We got about 20 minutes, so we're going to see if anyone shows up. Go with the flow, the divine source within me. Just continue to be the observer. I think it's very interesting. I want to talk about some things, so we'll see who shows up. I think it's so important right now to see, uh, are we aligning to that divine source, the true spirit within us, to allow and be willing, or are we being unwilling or unable? Well, I'd rather work with people that are unable. Hey, it's okay if you have issues going on in your life, drinking, but in religious terms, people want to call people sinners. Whatever that may be, if you're unable, you're going to be able to get there if you truly want to. But now you've seen a lot of the unwilling. You're only making your life as hard as you make it for others. You really see that karma out there for many of us. So what are you doing to serve others? If you want to become enlightened, you will continuously see that through service to others. So at least that's what I see quite a bit of. There's so much distortion on social media platforms that I've pretty much backed all the way out, except for here. Even here is just heavily ridden with AI propaganda and other things of that nature. Please, family, just remember to stay in your heart and stay in a place of unconditional love. We want to understand that we get caught in that duality. You see that a lot, especially in many that have awakened and maybe becoming unbalanced in a state of New Age type philosophy, which there's truth and lies in all things. So when we get so unbalanced, it comes in a dualistic state of like light versus dark. Um, we are light and dark. And the light is that awareness, right? And shining the light of awareness, now darkness is feeble. As soon as you turn on the light, as soon as you flick the light on, darkness is gone. So it's that state of awareness, and you're seeing that on so many different levels infinitely. We're seeing that on those that are unwilling or unable. We may have issues going on in our life. It may seem like you're unable to. We get through that darkness and shine the light of awareness and that love within us. And we strive and we thrive in abundance when we accomplish things. That kingdom is within. That is within you. When you find that is all that's within you. You can see it not only within you but in others, and you get that. You understand that unity. You're either on that unity, you're either on that unconditional love, you're either on that oneness, and whatever words, mouth sounds, constructs, labels, religious, spiritual practices, beliefs, seeking, or otherwise, you're standing in a state of unconditional love, and you're finding a way. If you're unable, you're finding a way to overcome that, or you're unwilling. And I've worked with people for 20 plus years over social media, the last 10, and I'll take anybody that is unable and do my best to help guide them and try to provide service. But it's the unwilling that I think we're going to see now as we talk about this new earth split, the wheat and the tares, ascension to rapture, 3D split to 5D, all these different things. Now, all paths lead home. Departure times and arrivals vary, but those that are unwilling to be love, those that are unwilling to see the unity and still want to fight, still want to promote division, still want to make an enemy or be a victim perpetrator, those that are creating and manifesting a life that is just them projecting their insecurities on others, trying to make others' lives harder, are lying and waiting for their own blood. That you get what you give, so they're just doing it to themselves. So don't get caught up into that trap right now. Many of you out there, you may be feeling that, and you may not be, and that's okay. But people may be projecting on you. If you're standing in your truth, you're aligned and you're in divine, you're feeling great, you found the kingdom within you, you're bringing that without, things are fine. All of a sudden, here comes someone like blah at you. But what we can do is we can understand that the way they're treating you is their karma, The way you're responding or reacting, that's yours. So try, try to respond as light, awareness, the higher intelligence, the true self, the divine source, God within, the Christ within you, the Krishna consciousness, the Buddha nature. If you react and you knee-jerk and it becomes something that's ugly or seems dark, a place of unawareness, you're still a win, because if you can get outside of yourself to see yourself and see what darkness is being brought without then you can shine the light of awareness and higher intelligence and true divine self and that God nature onto it. And that's what it's going to continue to take as we move and shift faster as we transition. Because many can feel, and what you feel is real. You can feel the change was happening. Years ago, 2016, 2018, people knew it was happening. They could see visions of it, but now you're living it on a day-to-day basis. And you cannot fight fire with fire. And an eye for an eye makes everybody blind. And it's not just about religion or spirituality. It's all things. Now we know religion will put you into a believer. Spirituality will put you into a seeker. But there's truth and lies in all things. And even in a lie lays the truth. And everything's intermingled. So all is of the all. And what I mean by that, everyone, everywhere, everything, every being is all of divine source and creation. Try not to get stuck too much in a lot of division promoting right now that's not only in politics and the 3D world, but has infiltrated the spiritual realm as the light forces beating the dark forces on this day and that day. Yes, we know there's parables and possible physical states of 3 days of darkness and things of this nature that are going to happen. No one knows the date or time, so we stay ready and present in the moment, not attached to any results or what may happen, but being. Before enlightenment, carry wood, chop water. After enlightenment, chop wood or carry water, whatever that it may be. You get what I'm saying. So the fact is, it's what when you change the way you look at something, what you look at is changing. Everything is changing, and some are unwilling to change their perception to admit maybe there is a better way or grow or evolve, and they're stubborn in that. And with that resistance is the persistence of that. But dying and collapsed system we know is faded away and is continually doing that at a faster pace. What can we do? Don't hold on. Forgive others, regardless of what they're trying to throw at you, regardless of what type of shade they're throwing at you, regardless of what it may seem. Forgive them, stay aligned in the divine, which is unconditional love within yourself. Continue to see that all that's within you so you can see it in others. So I know it's not always easy, but we have to continue to do that the best we can. Grounding, getting outside of situations, not getting sucked in mentally. So sometimes things can happen, work, relationships, parenting, everything, right? It's so easy to get pulled into that role, pulled into work, pulled into this issue, and people are going to do it too. They're frustrated. Other people are. You may be having a great day and they're frustrated. They want to pull you into it. They want to project onto you. They want to present some sort of situation to you to make things harder. And really, family, please try not to get sucked into that with the knee-jerk reaction to want to just get back at them and give you what they're getting. That whole matching energy is an old thing, and it's dogmatic. It's limited. It didn't just come from spirituality. It's religious in nature as well, all sorts of things. You know, an eye for an eye makes everybody blind. We're not trying to match energy, and everybody's on a standoff and in a limited belief of that dualistic state. The only enemy is the one that you're creating. Okay, so all is of the all. Everyone is all of the divine source. Regardless of color, regardless of religious background, all shedding all these layers of onions, peeling them back. On YouTube, I've gotten more hate than anything, so I apologize, guys. I've disabled comments because I'm tired of people making threats and all this other stuff. It's lame, and I don't want to bring down the energy across any message. There's ways to reach out to me if people want to, and those that are close can still do that. I love and appreciate you guys, and even if you don't resonate with me, I love and appreciate you anyways. I really, truly love to help serve. All I can do is observe and be a witness. By no means I'm telling anyone what they should do. This is just a perspective. My experience has been speaking on this for quite a long time. It's a beautiful thing. So many things we were speaking on. A decade ago was just coming from the heart, and the more research that I researched, it aligned with exactly what I was saying. Knowing without knowing, it's beautiful. We're coming to another point where many of us are having a resurgence of the craving to seek. Well, what you seek, you will find. So, and it's on a more mature level as we grow, levels and levels, layers and layers. So if you had to step away from this or that aspect of your life, or spirituality or spiritual practice, religious practices, whatever that may be, it's okay. We come back to it in another way with fresh eyes, with a renewed energy, and it's all right. So remember, we can choose to be unable and figure out a way to do it. Addictions, trauma, healing, all these things, we can do it, or we can just be unwilling. And really, that's where you're seeing that separation, that wheat and tares, that 3D, 5D, that true self, ego self. You're seeing that split because those that are unwilling. There's plenty of things I've said over the years that I wasn't 100% right about. There's things I said that I was. There's times when I have been totally aligned, like many of us out there, and there's times I haven't been. So we just have to accept, not take the role too serious. This is just a flesh suit. This is just a meat suit, but the infinite being inside me that is a fractal of the same source in creation that is all that you are and of everything combines us and unites us. If we can find that within us, then we can see that without in everyone else. And that's really that split. If we're unable, we'll figure out a way. If you seek, you shall find, right? If you're unwilling and you do not want to, then you won't. You can't push anyone to do anything they don't want to do. Many of the way showers and healers and speakers have know that. Can lead the horse to water, but you cannot beat it to drink, and that's what we've seen. That's why I've cut back many of my messages. But for those out there still trying to realign and find a new purpose, you are the purpose you always have been. This universe, this planet, the people around you, they need the true you. I can't tell you how to be the true you. Only you know that. Know thyself is the true wisdom. Everything else is just knowledge. Maybe it's great, right? But the kingdom is within, and then to be brought without, as within, so without. So purge all that darkness out. But we don't want to hate the darkness. It's another aspect of who we are and all that is all. So don't let yourself be manipulated or pitted against others and create enemies. Stand in a unity and remember, we're experiencing exactly what we're supposed to when we're supposed to. It's all on time and happening. Trust the plan. You've heard that, man. That's for real. Also, all is for your highest and greatest good. It's happening and it's meant to if it's happening. So relax, take a deep breath, get grounded back into those basics, get out and away from it, get out to nature if you need to ground. You know this stuff. There's stuff you're holding on to and you're like, I'm holding on to this stuff. Write it down. Go to a lake. I prefer river because it's flowing. Write those things down, light it on fire, make sure you're not catching stuff on fire, and throw it in that lake. Just let it go. Get in the practices of letting it go. Someone gave you the finger, someone's getting you mad at work, don't react. Take a deep breath, let it go, respond when you need to, with a higher state of emotional intelligence from your true self, an unconditional space of love in your heart. Don't match negative energy. Don't make an eye for an eye and make everybody blind. But if you do that, though, you understand that you're creating a reality, and the vibration that you're tuning and aligning to more of is creating and manifesting your reality. It's feeding it to you, not only on a 3D level over your black screen mirror, your phone with your recommendations through AI and everything, also in your spiritual reality. It's all showing your spirituality too as your reality that you're creating about your relationships and who you're attracting to, and the events around you, and you're focused on what you're focused on, right? So I love and appreciate you guys. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. I know it can be easy to be frustrated. Step back, step away from it, engage when you need to, detach and relax when you need to. Hydration, fruits, vegetables. If you're feeling sick, start cutting back some of the crap food if you're eating it. Not saying you are, but if you aren't feeling well and you're eating cheeseburgers and drinking monsters, and maybe it's time to reevaluate that. Maybe that's okay for you. Once again, not telling you what you should do, but just look within yourself and see basic stuff. Basic stuff. Salt baths. If you feel like you're getting projected on a lot and people are everywhere you go, you got the people watching you and work's got this and that going on, take your Epsom salt baths, cleanse yourself of that. Do your practices, get your meditation music in, get those frequencies going, breathe and relax. Don't forget to breathe. Read some of your favorite spiritual, religious texts or whatever that it may be. But do me a favor when you're out, though. It can be really easy right now. You're driving around, someone cuts you off. They cut you off. They almost hit you. Then they flip you off like it's your fault, or work. People are doing stuff like that. And you're like, oh, man. And it's so easy to get outside of who we really are and get frustrated with that. Or people put on a face on social media and act like they're prophets and gurus when they're not in person. So practice what you preach or what you feel and you speak on. If that happens, try not to get upset. Don't feed it. Let it go. Bless them, man. Bless them. May they be safe. Are you saying be safe and bless you, or are you just like, you MF, just throwing it right back to them, bringing more of that to you? So it's important as things escalate and speed up because, yes, all paths lead home. We're all walking each other home, and departure and arrival times vary, and there's different ways to get there. But this is a spot where it's like a conjunction, it's a convergence. So, we're going to get to a certain spot. It's at least what I'm shown on my heart, the messages that I've received and I have my whole life, and I'll continue to speak on them. And this is a point where these groups are going like this, and this group's going to go this way, and this group's going to go that way. Eventually, in the end game, we know that all is of the all, but sometimes people separate, right? So be the change. I know it sounds cheesy, but be the change you want to see. Bless those, even turn the other cheek. What does that mean? Turn the other cheek. Yeshua, Yisu. Turn the other cheek means, people projecting too, emotionally, not just physically, with their words. Because it's not just what goes in your mouth that defiles you, but it's what comes out. So if I'm sitting here badgering people or talking bad about them or projecting onto them, whether it's through my voice or an email or a text, what are you providing to others? Are you uplifting them? Are you trying to help serve them? Are you showing them love and gratitude and forgiveness, even if they aren't showing you? That's going to help realign and give you an opportunity if you're getting triggered to say, hey, this is where my darkness is. But don't get upset at yourself. Just step back. You got to laugh at yourself. That frustrated me. I'm hitting some limits. My darkness is being purged. I need to get outside of myself to see it. So then now I can be what I want to be instead of someone that's frustrated with my life or whatever that it may be, or caught up too much. The ultimate illusion has always been a separation from source, the division. So transcending duality by seeing that all is of the all, by finding that all within you, you're entering the kingdom. When you make the man a woman, man, you're in the kingdom. You make what is in the outer and outer the inner. All these different types of concepts to see the unity and the oneness within all things. If there's resistance in that, you're like, I could never see the oneness in this person because they believe in that or that. That's a limited belief. If something is preventing you from being able to love someone else and see them as someone that is part of the creator as you are, well, that's a resistance that you have to find within yourself to be able to rectify, to be able to heal, to be able to overcome. That energy, your emotion, that energy and motion has been blocked now, and what you resist persists. So the blockages continue and create these routines in your life, these ruts, these cycles, these loops, these metatronic reversals, these distortions in your life that continue to perpetuate and reverberate whatever that you're being aligned to. Won't forgive someone in your life? You get what you give. Making other people's lives harder? Your life's getting made hard too. You get what you give. Universal law. So when we speak of the light and darkness, so many people try to label that as people, or this, or these dark forces, or that, but everything that's in play is meant to and is happening as it should, or simply just wouldn't be happening. We have to get out of the 3D mindset of this good, this bad, this evil, this. It's his story anyways. It's whoever is perceiving it and changing it, the perception. And you're seeing all of that right now. Who's trying to change whose perception and get who on their side? The compete, the compare, the divide, the sides, the dualism, that's all lower mentality. That's all lower 3D, lower vibrations. Family, that's a separation and division. And it's pushing the illusion of separation from source and one another. So I love and appreciate you. It's 12:22 where I'm at. I have some things I got to do, and it's a perfect time to step out. I love and appreciate you. All is within. Bring that without. Love, gratitude, forgiveness. You got this. Have a great day.